I don't know if this is weird, but pretty much every single boyfriend I've ever had, I have acquired myself. Like, I feel like I've always been the pursuer in a sense, but not in like this, I'm not courting them in this weird masculine way, but like, I'm always a person to like initiate contact. And then I'm usually a person, no, literally, actually, I'm always the person to be like, I like you. I'll just say that whenever I feel like saying that. And yeah, I'm always the one I'm like, let's make out or something. I'll always say that first. That's all me, to be honest. I pull a lot of weight in terms of just making something happen, because I feel like most dudes won't make a move unless they're 100% sure there's no risk attached to it. They're very risk averse and they're very shy and weird. So it's just easier if you already know, like you kind of know when someone's into you, you can just like make it happen. You know, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I don't know, if you're in like a dude slump and you're having a hard time getting a boyfriend, maybe try that out. It's also not just because I'm a pretty girl, which I'm not even saying I'm pretty, but someone's going to say that it's easy for me because blah, blah.
Men have been consistently told for years to stay away, and that cold approaching is weird. This is understandable, but if women don't want to be approached, then women need to start being the ones to approach. It doesn't work both ways.
Guys not making a move anymore is so frustrating, because the amount of times that I've heard so-and-so has liked you before, like at this time. I didn't know if you felt the same way, so he never said anything to you. I've been getting that a lot recently, and I can't stop thinking, what if, bro? So guys, can you make a move again? Can we stop being afraid and just make a gesture? I'm never gonna make a move.
It's not fear, it's self-preservation. We don't want to be labeled a creep for showing basic interest just because you don't find us attractive.
Why am I still meeting men in their 30s, pushing 40, and they're like, I'm not ready to have a girlfriend yet. I'm not ready for a surgery. What are you waiting for? Your girlfriend to be born?
They are waiting for a woman who doesn't yell, if that makes sense. These women are getting desperate. Keep your peace. When women are desperate, they start throwing shameful words at you because they know they don't have a lot of options anymore. Guys, don't let these women settle for you.
You want to know what's wrong with dating these days? Men.
God forbid a man says he's done with being used as a walking ATM, done with being treated as a means to an end, done with having to deal with women with daddy issues, done dealing with women with daddy issues, accepting the fact that women quote-unquote don't need us. God forbid a man actually listens to women's pleas and leaves women alone.
That man can commit to liking a sports team for his whole life, the same sport team his entire life. He's not afraid of commitment, okay? He just doesn't want to commit to you.
Well, our sports team doesn't try to gaslight or manipulate us. Our sports team doesn't argue with us for no reason, and we actually know what's wrong with them. We never have to ask 50 questions only for them to say they're fine when they aren't. They know we aren't mind readers.
So this is actually insane. I posted a video yesterday talking about how like nobody wants to commit in my city to a relationship. Suddenly everyone in the comments is sounding off that all the cities are like this. I'm sorry, what the hell do you mean? Like, you're telling us nobody's safe. It's actually insane to me that there is a pandemic of men who do not want to commit, and it's like almost women are the ones chasing down commitment, chasing down a ring. I'm sorry, what happened to family values? Why are men struggling so much these days? I just want to understand what went wrong and why relationships aren't like the driving factor of life. Like, you're getting successful, you're making more money, but what is it all for? Like, why be successful? Why have all of this if you're not like aiming for something bigger and like trying to expand your lineage and find companionship? Like, I'm so confused why we're not on the same page with men. My friends and I make literal jokes all the time that we need to move to a different country, maybe to the States, to find our husband, but the comments are giving no. Seems like nowhere is freaking safe. I don't know, something's gotta change, because it seems like both sides are unhappy and we're not finding solutions, because what the hell is going on?
You all chose the bear, we got the message. You should demand commitment from the bears. Men are no longer willing to commit to anything that doesn't have any benefit to them. It's simple as that.
Why are women involved with men who are in relationships Either they're married or they're in a serious relationship. What is going on? Is there a shortage of men? Because the last time I checked, there are 43.8 million men in the world as compared to women. So why are women cheating with someone's husband, someone's boyfriend, breaking up families, affecting people?
Most men have checked out. There's a shortage of men. Not enough men to go around. That's why you see these hoes chasing after men in relationships. Men aren't in relationships, but women are. They aren't dating each other. They're dating the same man. The crazy part is that these women are aware that they are sharing the same man, but they lie to themselves to feel better.
Cancel men who cancel dates 2025. Because think about it, how many times have you actually canceled on a friend when you guys made plans? Like, I feel like that's pretty rare unless I like had a really like shitty bad day or like I'm like extremely tired. But like 9 times out of 10, I'm not canceling plans. So why is this man who barely knows you, who's trying to make a good first impression on you, canceling plans? Cancel that man.
We are tired of being seen as nothing but free meal tickets to you guys. Time and time again, we see videos of women popping up talking about how going on dates is the fastest way to secure dinner, or how going to clubs will get you free drinks. Sorry ladies, we are not about that life anymore.
No offense to men, but it gets to a point where it's like, baby, you are too fine to be afraid to talk to women. I'm laughing because it's actually like funny, but it's not funny. Like, I recognize that it's probably really difficult for some men to talk to girls because, like, I don't know, women are scary because we're so hot. But like, you actually are hot too. And if you're hot, why are you afraid to talk to women? Do you think a girl's gonna come up to you first and be like, you're so hot? And sometimes that happens. Like, some of us are bold in that way and we're okay with approaching a man, but some of us want to be approached, and you're fine as freak and you're afraid to approach her. Like, what do you think's gonna happen, baby? You're gonna end up missing out on a bad bitch because you want to be scary. Mind you, you're fine as fuck. Like, pick it up. Pick up your whole feelings. Like, get it together. I don't know. Men be weird. Like, you actually are too fine to be scared of women. Like, I don't know. No excuses. You have no excuse.
We are not afraid of women. It's just not worth it to approach women these days. You approach her. Let's say she doesn't call you a creep. She gives you her number and suddenly her rent is due, or her cat just died, or she's sick, or she lost her job. It's literally like approaching a bill when you approach a woman in 2025. And what if she doesn't find you attractive? Creep alert. No thank you.
Can we talk about what it's like going from being in a relationship to being single? Because what in the actual ghetto is happening? Where did the men go? Someone tell me where the men went. Like, put me on. Did I miss something? Did I not get the freaking memo? I'm genuinely concerned for like our generation. Like, this is so pathetic.
The men went on with their daily lives. They finally figured out that they're happier being single than being in a relationship with blood-sucking women who never reciprocate any act of service. Women believe being in a relationship with a man is doing him a favor, but our credit card is the one feeling the heat. Doesn't sound like a good deal to me. I don't know about you.
So I saw this trend on TikTok, and it was this girl saying, "Why don't men want to get married?" Men would stitch it. And all the reasons they gave were hunky-dory. All of them. But here's one thing, okay? If there's one thing I've learned in business, which you should treat your marriage like a business, aka get a prenuptial agreement, that's the least you could do, but never sign a contract with somebody who benefits from breaking that contract. If men had, or if there were laws in place that insured men financially, anything, like after the divorce, kind of like how women are insured, things would be a lot different. Thank you.
Never sign a contract with someone who benefits from breaking the contract. The best summary ever.
Why do men not understand hints in the slightest way possible? Okay, what happened to men being able to pick up on signals when women fancy them? Okay, I'm not making this 10-second eye contact for you to just walk out the room and pretend I don't exist, babe. Making the eye contact and even giving you a smile, and you're not doing anything about it. So you're calling me ugly and fat is what you're doing. Why don't they pick up on the hints that I'm madly in love with them? I've already envisioned that we're having 10 kids and we're having 2 dogs named Bert and Alan. You've already met my family in my head. We're already married, we've already settled down on a farm, and I can see you milking cows, to be honest, in our future, but you're not even going to reciprocate that? I've made eye contact with you and this is what you give me. Why do men not pick up on hints? Tell me why. Tell me why. I've literally told you via eye signaling that I'm madly in love with you. What more do you want from me?
Men are so used to being invisible that the thought of a woman flirting with us doesn't cross our minds until after the fact. Then we question whether you were being friendly or not. Men are not mind readers. If we misinterpret a hint, the fallout could be devastating.
Black men are not approaching women anymore, but I can kind of see why. At first, I was going with the narrative of like, they want princess treatment, they then lost their confidence, their leadership. There's a TikToker guy that explained it in a different sense. He's a tall, strong black man. He was saying that he doesn't go up to women anymore because women, we are typically concerned about our safety. We don't want to be approached because we don't really know what you want. Just all in all, we're on a defense because we don't know if it's a threat or not. There's so much going on in the world. And so for that perspective, I kind of get it. I still think the attempt should be out there, and perhaps men can do a better job at showing themselves to be safe, being more mindful of how they're approaching the certain language that they use. But ultimately, like, I don't know exactly how that feels to do something like that because I'm not a black man. As a black woman, it kind of sucks because it's like, yeah, we want y'all to approach us though. And we want to be safe. What y'all think? What's the solution? Like, how can we make this a little bit better for everybody involved?
Don't approach anyone until you have a house, a job, a car, and medical coverage. Your words, not mine.
Okay, this is another question for men. I was in Trader Joe's the other day, and there was a man in there, so cute. We probably smiled at each other 4 different times throughout the store. And I am a Southern girl, and I don't approach men first, but I will smile and whatever. But this man was not saying anything to me. He even got in line behind me and was smiling. And I was just like, I don't know what else to do here. And I think women have made it so increasingly difficult and uncomfortable for men to approach us in public spaces that good men won't even say something, even when I've made it very clear, like, hey, I'm smiling at you all over the store. Like, I think you are attractive and I would like to talk to you. Like, they won't do it. So, like, what should I say to a man like that I have smiled at 4 times, but I don't know where to take it any further? Because, like, I'm willing to try anything, y'all, okay? Help me out. Help a sister out.
Please leave that man alone. Let him enjoy his drama-free peace. Smile at the bear. He'll talk to you. We're over it.
Okay, so you cheated because you were bored. He didn't have time for romance. Really? So let's get this straight. He worked 6 days a week, 12 to 16 hours a day, in the house of the Lord every Sunday with you and the 4 kids that you all have together. Attended football practices after work and made sure a baby girl got to ballet. No bills behind. Always treating you with love and respect. He's good to your parents and his. And when it comes to decisions for your household, he always consults you. He supports you in your goals and dreams. Make sure you know how beautiful you are. And the list goes on, but I'll stop there. Because even after all that, you were bored enough to cheat. It's situations just like this one that has a lot of these good men not wanting a relationship. Be well.
Oh, she finally understands why men are refusing to commit. You give a woman 80%, but she's willing to risk it all for the 20% you can't give her. When she loses the 80% and sees that the 20% isn't worth it, she becomes a podcast host and starts a man-hating campaign. Same script every time.
In this generation, men want the maximum benefit from women while giving the minimal effort, and then have the nerve to complain that a woman won't submit. You're not doing anything, honey. You're not doing anything, sweetie, for me to submit. Because the truth of the matter is, women, we love to submit to a man who is applying that pressure and doing what he's supposed to do. For example, y'all, my last serious relationship with somebody, when I say this man was on it, when I say he lived 2.5 hours away from me, do you know that he drove up to see me in LA twice a week? Made sure that he had dinner reservations planned, okay? Made sure when he came to my place, he never came to my place empty-handed. Baby was bringing basically groceries over to my house, okay? Paying for everything, treating me like a princess, a queen, getting acquainted with my family, making sure that he knew my family.
Your last serious relationship means you guys broke up. If he was so perfect, why did you leave him? If this man was putting in all that effort for you and you were adding value to his life, I wonder why you guys aren't married. It means you didn't add value to his life. All modern women do is gaslight, but when you look closely, you see these women for who they are.
Question for the men that say they never want to get married, which I totally get your reasoning. You don't want to get divorced and give up half your shit that you've worked your whole life for. Check, check. Got it. So my question is, for those men, do you live in a state that after 7 years of being in a relationship with someone, dating them, living together, you are married by law anyways? And then a two-part to that is, what about when you don't want to move into your girl's place? So you're like, hey, move into my place, right? So maybe she's renting her house out now and she has to move all of her stuff out, but you don't need it at your house because your house is already fully furnished. What is she supposed to do with her stuff? Because in your mind, if you get divorced, or I guess if you never get married, you guys break up, she would then have to then go rebuild, go rebuy all of the furniture. And as you know, it's always going to be more expensive to go rebuy the furniture you already had, that you had to go sell for pennies to the dollar. So what is your thought there? Do you get a backup plan is, if we break up, then you have to help fund my furniture purchases because I had to get rid of everything when I moved into your place? What is your guys' thought on this? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. Let's have a combo.
So, for all these reasons, just don't get married. I know someone who was married for 22 years. He lost his house, paid child support every month, and paid over $100,000 in alimony because she lied about her income. Just live peacefully without the headache. The juice is not worth the squeeze.
I'm back with another question. Why aren't men masculine anymore? Men don't want to take out the trash, pay bills. Men don't want to take women out on dates, buy flowers. They don't want to do nothing. Open doors. Y'all not doing nothing. Y'all are very feminine. Men in today's society, especially, I'm 31, so men that are in their 30s, late 20s, are mad feminine. Women should pay for a date. Yeah, after not the first date. What is wrong with y'all?
The right question should be, why aren't women feminine anymore? Men didn't change. We just adjusted to the situation. You say you want equality? Then we have to split the damn bill. You're strong and independent. You shouldn't want us to handle your bills for you. It's not that difficult to comprehend. Don't be slow.
I'm done chasing you niggas, for real. What do I look like chasing a man? What do I look like texting his phone, bro? For real, what do I look like? I'm not saying I'm not going to put in any effort, but you literally have to show me that you want me first. Because the minute that you start showing these men that you want them back, they will stop completely. They will. You have to show me that you have interest in me. I don't care. Yearn, bro, yearn. If you want this cookie that bad, show me, honey. Actions speak way louder than words, okay? I don't care. I'm not texting you first no more. I'm not calling you first no more. I'm not doing none of that first no more. I did that, and look at where it got me, okay? No.
It's 2025. You need to at least show you want him before he puts in the work. No man is going to double text you just to prove he loves you. Do more. Be better.
You ever wonder why he didn't chase you even though the vibe was fire? The chemistry was chemistrying, and then poof, silence. No follow-up, no effort, just vibes left on red. You're checking your phone in your head, making excuses like maybe he's busy, maybe he's shy. No, babe, he liked you. That wasn't the issue. The problem, chasing you would have required discipline. And that's a language that weak men just don't speak. It would have meant consistency, intent, and vulnerability. And for a man who's used to women handing him the girlfriend experience for the price of the bare minimum, that was too damn expensive. So he sat back and waited to see if you was gonna do the chasing. Because if he can get access to you without lifting a finger, that's not love, that's a power play. So no, you weren't crazy, you weren't too much, but connection without character, that sinks ships all the time. So the next time he disappears, don't question your worth, question his stamina.
Enough with all the bullshit. Have these women ever asked themselves whether they're the problem? I guess not. It's always the man's fault. Either he's a weak man, he's gay, or he's afraid of commitment. It's never their own fault. Again, accountability to these women is like poison.
So why does dating feel almost impossible for men in 2025?
Dating feels almost impossible for a lot of men in 2025 because, you look at the average guy. The average guy isn't getting matches on dating apps. He's not getting stopped or, getting a lot of affection from women in his daily life. He probably doesn't have a whole lot of friends. And so he's online and he's seeing all of these gorgeous women, some of whom aren't even real with AI now. There's a lot of AI girls out there, edited photos and stuff like that. And they're just suffering this constant barrage of them feeling inadequate by what their life experience is teaching them versus what they're seeing online, which is like a lot of, attractive women or couples or stuff like that. So they just kind of feel beaten down by it, and it really does suck being the average guy who isn't taking control of their life in today's day and age. There's absolutely no sympathy for them. But the good news is that if you do choose to rise above this and do choose to actually start bettering yourself and start doing the things that is going to give you a result with women, then it can be possible to be successful. And the bar is pretty low because most guys don't try. Most guys just, wallow in self-pity, and they take themselves out of the dating market because they think that it's not worth it for them. But in reality, I don't care who I'm talking to. If you're watching this, you absolutely can change your circumstance.
It's just way too expensive to have a girlfriend nowadays. As soon as she's gone, your wallet is full. Most men are making the correct choice when it comes to dating in the West. However, we need to stop feeling sorry for ourselves and find meaning in everyday life. Traditional women aren't coming back in the West, so men would be smart to move on.
Yo, you know what I noticed? Men in this generation don't want girlfriends and wives. They want baby mamas and situationships. They don't want real commitment anymore. They don't want to connect with a woman on a deeper, more emotional level. No, they just want somebody they can do it with without the commitment. They want access to you and your body without the commitments. That way, when they messing with other girls, they could turn around and say, oh, but we not married. We not in a relationship. Why you tripping? And then it doesn't make sense to me because men would say marriage is too much of a commitment, but having a baby's not. Getting 3 different women pregnant is not.
You women gave men that access. Also, when we get committed to you guys, we get dragged to court for child support and paying alimony after we both decide to go our separate ways. And that's it for this video, guys. If you stayed until the end, please leave a like and drop your thoughts in the comments section. As always, see you on the next one. Peace.